What's going on, internet? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so sorry for not posting a video on Monday. I know I usually post on Mondays and Thursdays at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but on Monday I was traveling to where I'm currently residing, which is Canada. Again, for like the third or fourth time. Which means that I'm back in quarantine. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am having a little bit of difficulty this time around in quarantine making YouTube videos just because I really don't know what to do. Last time that I was in quarantine does me really good, I'm not gonna lie. For a lot of people it's really difficult for them to go 14 days without seeing any other human beings or anything of the sort. It's not that hard for me. I just kind of like really dive into my work and just kind of like completely engulf myself in that, and that's just what I do, and I usually have a really good attitude by the time that I get out of quarantine. First time around, what did I do? I did a lot of big girl moves the first time around, but I have NDAs signed and I cannot tell you guys about yet, but I will be telling you guys about them pretty soon. The second time around, my YouTube channel blew up. As you guys probably remember, I made this video about Daily Driven Exotics car that was parked outside of my hotel. Damon Fryer's car was outside and just like went downstairs, took some B-roll, did a little video, and the video has like quadruple the amount of views that I even have subscribers, which is insane because it's still blowing up and I'm still getting comments on that video. And then I was mentioned on Life of Paulos a couple times in a row, and that's where all of my subscribers came from. So if you guys came from Life of Paulos, Aaron Paulos, if you're watching, thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Aaron, I hope you got your shirt finally in the mail. I don't know what's going on, I don't know where it's at, but hopefully you got it. And then now this is my third time in quarantine. And I'm getting a lot done still. I'm not like burnt out, I'm not like feeling a little bit depressed or anything. I know it's really hard for some people, but I'm having a good time in quarantine. I'm just working really hard on chasing checkers. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Chasing checkers is like such a passion project for me. I'm really stoked on the brand as a whole. If you don't know what chasing checkers is, chasing checkers, that's my merch brand, I really try to think of Chasing Checkers as a lot more than just a brand. I like to think of it as a lifestyle because I feel like that's what it truly is. What it stands for is the checkered flag that all of us are chasing at the end of a race, because I feel like that's one thing that all motorsports enthusiasts have in common. And it's really for a specific type of person is kind of what I'm aiming Chasing Checkers to be for. So it's not just for drift enthusiasts, it's not just for motocross enthusiasts, time attack enthusiasts, nothing like that. Like, it's all motorsports enthusiasts, and it's really for people that have that consistent progressive mindset and that are constantly trying to be better than they were the day before. So it's all about being better than your last lap. That's kind of like my slogan for Chasing Checkers. Doing whatever you have to do to get the podium spot, because you're not gonna get there if you don't put the work in. So yeah, I've just been working super hard on Chasing Checkers, you guys, and like making so many moves for this brand. I have so many ideas, you guys, it's insane. You have no clue. I'm really excited for the brand. And to be honest with you, it's had me thinking a whole lot. Obviously, I left California a little bit of a mess. I have a car with an empty engine bay at my house right now. I literally just started another swap project on my friend Cartel's car, as you guys know. We were having a lot of fun. The video did really well, and I had to just up and leave, which kind of sucks because our plan was to get that car up and running before I left, but thankfully Cortel's not in a rush, so I have his car at my house right now with an empty engine bay and 2 engines. So he's gonna wait for me until I get back to finish the project. He said he's not in a super rush, which is really good, but I just didn't really want to leave the project like that. I don't like to leave things unfinished. It feels very untidy, and I just like to keep things very organized and in order, but you know what? I didn't have a lot of time. I ran out of time really quickly. But you know what? I'm kind of glad that it happened this way because this gives him a lot more time to finish collecting the rest of the parts that we need for the swap, and then also it gives him more time to like do a little bit more research and kind of come up with other ideas that he might not have had already because he was a little bit in a rush when we first started the project. So like if he wants to get his engine bay painted, now is the time. He can totally do that. So anyway, that's kind of up in the air right now. I'm going to juggle that as soon as I get back in town. So let me break it down to you guys, okay? I'm in Canada again. Obviously I have to do the 2-week quarantine again. I'm having trouble trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do with my YouTube videos. Last time I didn't have this much trouble. I don't know if it's just because my focus is elsewhere this time, but having a little bit of trouble because it's really hard to run an automotive YouTube channel when you don't have a wrench and you don't have any access to any cars, okay? And I'm going to be like this for at least 2 weeks. And then I'm probably going to stay here through the first week of March is what it sounds like right now. Either the last week of February or the first week of March, and then I'm probably going to go home after that is what it sounds like right now. Now I know a lot of you guys probably have a lot of questions like, didn't you say that you were moving to Canada? Whatever happened with that? You spent a lot of time in California. Like, were you lying to us? No, I was not lying to you guys. The movie industry is a very last minute industry. Everything is last minute, everything is last second all the time. I usually get about maybe a 48 hours heads up before I have to go on a job. Sometimes it's for 6 weeks at a time, sometimes it's only for a day. It really depends on the project. And that's basically what ended up happening with this show that I'm working on. I'm working on Batwoman Season 2. I am the official stunt driver for the Batmobile for Batwoman Season 2 on CW. Super stoked to be able to tell you guys that because the show is finally released now. So I've been having a lot of fun driving the Batmobile around Gotham City and Vancouver. It's been really cool for me, and it's kind of like full circle dream come true, like childhood moment. My first car was actually a Pontiac Solstice. It was matte black, and I kind of made it matte black after the Batmobile, so full circle, big accomplishment for me in my life, but you know what, it's no big deal. Yeah, I got here on this show, and originally when I talked to the people that were hiring me for this show, they said that they wanted to keep me for the run of the show, basically for the entire season. They just wanted me to be here in Vancouver in case if they had a driving scene come up at the last minute or whatever it is, because like I said, that's typical industry. So I was down. I was like, okay, cool, so I'm gonna be there through like early April, mid-April, or whatever. And they're like, yes, that's exactly what we want because we don't want to lose you to another show. We know you're a busy girl and you work a lot, so we just want to keep you here so that we have you for security. Totally fine with that. So that's when I was saying that I was moving to Canada because that's the impression that I was under. And then I got here and I had to move out of my apartment in California still because like I said, I had 48 hours notice before I found out that I was basically going to be moving for like a couple months. So I got here, did my first 2-week quarantine, did what they needed to do, went back to California, moved out of my apartment, moved my stuff into my dad's old house that he still has, came back here, was totally ready to be like settled and moved here and everything. I brought my dog with me and then I was here for like 3 weeks. And then they realized that they don't have that much driving written into the show and the writers were not writing more driving and we were just like, what is going on? It's the freaking Batmobile. But it's fine. So then that's why I ended up going back home again after just a couple of weeks of being here the second time. And they were like, hey, you know what? We do know that we have a big driving sequence coming up after the new year. Are you down to come back? And I was like, yeah, you know what? It's fine. I kind of dedicated myself to this project until like early April anyway. So hence why I'm here again. And then I believe that season 2 is going to be over like shortly after I leave, so we'll see what happens for season 3. We'll see if they get picked up again, we'll see what happens, we'll see if they like me enough to bring me back. I have no idea, but anyway, that's what I'm here for. And I'm just going day by day. Like I said, it's I'm having a pretty productive quarantine. I actually enjoy quarantine a lot. I'm drinking a lot more water than I ever have before, eating salad like pretty much every single day for lunch. I'm starting to get back into doing yoga. I'm just like really taking care of myself this time. And I'm feeling really good. I'm getting a lot of stuff done for Chasing Checkers. I've been so hardcore on the Chasing Checkers project. You guys have no idea. Such a passion project for me, and I have so many more plans for this brand than it just being the brand. I literally want it to be a lifestyle. I have so many ideas, so many ideas. I just want to tell you guys about all of them. But you know what? Actions speak louder than words. Can you guys see my glasses fogged up? You know what? Though actions speak louder than words, and I'm just gonna keep chugging away on what I'm doing and just try my best to get everything done, but I'm having a really good time kind of focusing on that. So I'm kind of having trouble figuring out exactly what to talk to you guys about in quarantine. Obviously all I can do is talk to you guys because I'm stuck inside for 2 weeks and I'm under very close monitoring. If you know what I'm saying, I have a working permit in this country, and if you break the Quarantine Act you can be fined up to $1 million or 3 years in prison. And if I break my quarantine, obviously I'm probably going to be banned from this country until COVID no longer exists, or maybe after that. And I'm not trying to spend 3 years in Canadian prison. So there's that. And then on top of that, the hotel knows exactly who's in quarantine and who's not in quarantine. And you know what? My hotel room this time is like super jank. I don't know what's wrong with this specific room, but like when I got here, there were several outlets not working, my heater wasn't working, and the toilet gets clogged like every single day. I'm not saying that as like TMI, like the toilet just gets clogged for absolutely no reason. Like I blew my nose the other day and like went to like go and throw away the tissue paper or whatever and like flush the toilet and it was clogged. And I was like, what am I doing wrong here? I'm very confused. But the thing that sucks is like they can't even come up and help me because I'm in quarantine. They're like, oh, well we could come and fix it, but you have to be out of the room for 3 hours. I'm like, okay, cool. They're like, but you can't do that because you're in quarantine. I'm like, you have to have a negative COVID test before you even board the flight. Does that count for anything? And they're like, no, we can't. It's like, okay, cool. So I'm just basically being like the repair woman here. Like, let me just go and put on my onesie and my gloves and get to it. Like, it's just, it's stupid. I asked them to change rooms for me like several times and they refused to do it, so whatever, it's fine. But anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. Yeah, I'm just here. Like, I don't know what else to talk to you guys about. Like, I can just talk, and that's kind of it. And I appreciate that you guys sit here and listen to my talking videos. You guys always tell me that my quality of content is really high and that you guys are entertained the entire video. I take a lot of pride in that because I did go to school for filmmaking and photography. Filmmaking was my first love. I fell in love with that when I was like 12 years old, started studying it when I was 14 officially, and then I fell in love with photography later and also studied photography. So I really appreciate that you guys think that I'm entertaining and that I'm entertaining on camera and you guys watch the whole video. It means a lot to me. I'm just trying to keep up with that. I'm trying to stay true to like having good quality content and not feed you guys a bunch of crap. So I'm not really sure exactly what to do over the next 2 weeks. I'm trying my best here. If you guys want me to like update you on Chasing Checkers stuff and like show you what I'm doing, I would be more than happy to do that because that's exactly what I've been working on and that's kind of what's taking up my entire day every single day. But other than that, I mean, like, there's not much that I can tell you. I'm trying to get another dog when I get back to California. I already have a name picked out and I know exactly what kind of dog I want to get, which is weird for me because Cam was a rescue and I didn't even know that I was going to get him. I just was like, I'll take him because like nobody else is going to take him, and he had a lot of ticks and fleas and stuff, and like, I don't know, I'm really excited though, and I'm excited for him to have a buddy. But yeah, guys, I'm just trying to figure it out. Oh, I can give you guys a couple of updates on the car, okay? So, the cars. Okay, so let's start with the Cayenne, okay? Lo and behold, my newest project, right? So, my Cayenne, my Porsche Cayenne, my tow vehicle, it tows really well. I was really impressed with how well it towed the race car. It kind of felt like there was nothing back there, except for when you're on the street. When you're going slow speeds, you can tell that you're towing, but when you're going like highway speeds, you can't even tell that the car is back there. It's just really when you're leaving from like a stop sign or a stoplight, you can feel the car's a little tiny bit slower, but it's not much. I love the Cayenne so much. I wasn't planning on leaving it black. I had a lot of different plans for that car, what I wanted to do, but I'm trying to figure out exactly which direction I'm going to go still. I wasn't going to leave the car black. I'm not a huge fan of black cars because I know they just need a lot of maintenance and you got to wash them properly and make sure they don't get too dirty and like you got to be careful of the paint and all this kind of stuff. But I'm honestly kind of falling in love with the idea of black cars recently. I haven't had one since I was like 16, so yeah, I'm thinking that I might leave it black. I'm really enjoying like the black on black thing that I have going on with the Cayenne right now. I do want to do a couple more modifications to it. I think I would like to do like stiffer suspension or some kind of adjustable suspension in the back of the Cayenne. Maybe if I can even do like air ride suspension or something so that I don't really lose that comfortability, but then when I am towing the car, the suspension won't be taking so much of a hit. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that I would like to do to the Cayenne. I'm just trying to figure out exactly which route I'm going to go with that. I do have a couple like little stupid modifications that I would like to do to it. Like I want to install Apple CarPlay because the map on the Cayenne absolutely sucks and I've never had a car with navigation before and I just want it to be good. And I think the Apple CarPlay would be really cool, but I am very afraid of electronics, so we'll see how that goes. The race car, does it need anything? I don't think that the race car needs anything. No, it does. It does. When I loaded the car up on the trailer, there was like some mysterious fluid on the bottom of my oil pan that we were just like, what is that? And like the car was already loaded up on the trailer, and then the next time that you guys saw me, I was pulling an engine out of another car that was already in my garage. So I have not adjusted that yet. I'm not that worried about it like I told you guys. So that's really all the race car needs. There's a couple things on the to-do list that have been on the to-do list for years, like a better power steering cooler setup, oil cooler kit setup. I want to replace my steering rack. Just a bunch of little stupid stuff. The race car still doesn't have an exhaust. It's literally just an open downpipe right now. So if I do try to go to any other tracks where there's like noise restrictions and limitations, I'm gonna be screwed. So I really need to do that. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the Chasing Checkers garage, super stoked on it. I'm really looking to get a welder. Hopefully a combination welder that I can do like MIG and TIG, and I would like to build myself a welding table for the black wall, and just kind of make myself a welding area over there. I want to get another toolbox because my toolbox is like way too small now. I have way too many tools and it's just a mess constantly. So, those are a couple things that I would like to do, and I'm just kind of really excited to get going on that. And I want to make my own exhaust. I think that's going to be like my first challenge, is going to be making my own exhaust. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can literally be straight piped. I don't care. But it would be nice to have an exhaust on the race car again. And then what else do we have? What else? The demo car. I have so many plans for the demo car, and I'm just so sad that I haven't gotten to do anything with it yet. So I wasn't going to tell this to you guys because I wanted it to be a surprise, but I had this idea of doing like this baby blue paint on the demo car. So if you guys look up 280Z, like baby blue 280Z, that's the color that I was going for. I wanted to pick a Datsun color to put on the 350Z because I've never seen that specific color on a 350Z, and obviously I was just going to add like stupid heavy flake and like make it my own. And then that'll look really good with my white wheels. So the theme that I was kind of going after was like snow or winter, because I really love blue, as you guys know, and I just have never had white accessories before. So I was gonna have like my bash bars redone in white and like all this stuff. I had like this whole theme going on, right? And now I think that I want the demo car to be black with metal flake in it, which is like a black and silver flake. It looks really sick. You can find it on a lot of motorcycle tanks and stuff like that, but now that I have Chasing Checkers, I kind of want to make the demo car like a Chasing Checkers car and really brand Chasing Checkers on that car and maybe give it like a really like racy style livery. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure all that stuff out. I already have a body kit for the demo car that needs to be mounted. I want to put a big ass freaking wing on the demo car, but Zakustec has been in talks of developing their own wing and they wanted to use my car for R&D, so I'm kind of waiting on that. My 3-piece wheels are finally done. As you guys know, I changed my mind after I saw my 3-piece wheels in person. We built them, I was really excited about it, and then I realized how skinny they were, and I don't really want to run a spacer on the car if I'm gonna have 3-piece wheels and like do the whole like Stancy Pants kind of show boy kind of thing. So I asked him if he could rebuild my wheels, and he did, and it just took him a little while. Obviously I told him to take his time, I didn't want to rush him, but unfortunately it took him until Monday to finish building my wheels, and I left Monday morning. So we're not going to see the 3-piece wheels until I get back in town, but another thing that I would really like to do on the demo car is really play with my suspension very heavily. As you guys know, I can drive a slam car on the street. My Mini Cooper's freaking slammed. I'm totally about it. I don't complain about it. It's just that my suspension setup right now for the demo car being slammed is not ideal whatsoever. It's very stiff and unpleasurable to drive, which is fine on the track, but it's really stiff on the street, especially with how rough California's highways are. So I really need to play with that when I get back. I've been thinking about switching to Fortune Auto suspension for the demo car because I have Fortune Auto on the Mini Cooper and I don't complain about it at all. I literally adjusted my Mini Cooper suspension like once and it was fine. Super happy with the dampening and how soft everything is, and it feels like honestly better than the Mini Cooper felt when it had the stock suspension. So trying to kind of figure all that out. So I have a lot of plans for the demo car. I'm really excited to like kind of jump into that with both feet when I get back in town. And then the Mini Cooper, my beloved Mini Cooper. Thing never lets me down, but I really think that I want an electric car. I just do a lot of running around. A lot of my friends call me Busy Bree, like Busy Bee, because I never sit down, which is why quarantine is so weird for me. But yeah, I do a lot of running around and I go through like a tank of gas every single day, and I think it would be really nice to have an electric car as a daily driver. So I would really like to get a Tesla, okay? That's what I really want in life. I really want a Tesla, but I don't think that it's the smartest move for me right now this year. I think maybe next year I could get a Tesla. Like, you guys have to remember, I did just get a Cayenne. I think that right now the smartest choice for me would be getting something like an i3. I've always liked the i3s. I really like how they look on the outside. I know a lot of people hate them, but I think they're sick. And they're big. They have like a lot of space, but they're small cars. I don't know, I just have a thing for like small cars with a lot of space in them. So I'm thinking about getting an i3 maybe this year, and then maybe going into a Tesla next year, and just kind of like introducing myself to the world of electric cars and like what they need and their maintenance and getting used to charging and driving and like stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, I love my Mini Cooper so much. It's never given me any issues, and it's just been freaking awesome. But I really would like an electric car. I don't think that I'm gonna sell the Mini Cooper to get an electric car. I'll probably get an electric car first and then sell the Mini Cooper when I can finally like detach myself from it. But yeah, I mean, I would really like to get an electric car. I love Teslas. I think I'm probably gonna get an i3 for now and then maybe go to a Tesla later on. But this is kind of what's going on, you guys. I'm just giving you guys an update because that's all I can really do in quarantine. If you guys have any ideas of what I should talk to you guys about in quarantine, please let me know, because I am completely lost. I'm just working super hard on Chasing Checkers, like I said. Also, we're gonna have a new drop coming out on February 5th for Chasing Checkers. I'm trying to do a drop the first Friday of every month. I'm really stoked. We sold out completely of all of our other merch. We have maybe 3 mediums left, and we sold out completely in every other size. So my friend that's currently taking care of my merch for me while I'm out of town and shipping all of my orders out is also making my shirts made to order right now. I had all the vinyl weeded out and everything for him. I had all the blanks and everything. So he's just kind of making my shirts made to order right now, because obviously the shirt sales are slowing down because I released them last month. So they're slowing down a little bit. The hype isn't really there as much as it was originally, which is only what I can expect. But I am going to be releasing a lot of stuff in this next drop. I'm really, really excited. I'm just trying to make sure that everything's ready for this next drop, which is going to be on February 5th. I still have a little bit of time left, so I think that I can get it done. I'm working super hard on the Chasing Checkers website right now. Can you guys see my face like lighting up? Like, I'm getting so excited just talking about it. I've been working super hard on the website currently. I just want this website to be way better than it is right now. I've been using Squarespace like most of my life when it comes to making websites. I feel like a YouTuber that's like sponsored by Squarespace. Did you guys know that all you need to build a website is fun? Oh god, no. I've been using Squarespace to build my website since I was like really young, like since the first time I ever built a website. And I decided to go with Shopify when I built the Chasing Checkers website this time, and that's because this is my first time ever actually selling anything online. And I don't like it. I don't like Shopify at all, so I'm trying to like figure out how to use the Squarespace website with my domain that I already have and like figure all that stuff out, which is not impossible. It's not hard. I just haven't gotten to it all the way yet. I'm just really working creatively on the Chasing Checkers website through Squarespace that I literally have like several other websites with it already. So I'm just really excited, and it should be really good, you guys. I'm really stoked. Really, really, really stoked. So mark your calendars for that. February 5th, we're gonna be having a new drop, and we're gonna be doing a drop the first Friday of every single month. Or you could just, you know, sign up for the email newsletter, because I'm giving you guys like early access to my stuff and exclusive discount codes and stuff like that. And then you guys are gonna be the first to know about anything that happens with Chasing Checkers. So if you could do that, that'd be great. But anyway, you guys, yeah, I'm just, I'm here in quarantine. Let me know if you guys have any ideas or anything like that. I'm just, working away over here, having a great time. But you know what, you guys, I'm out of breath, and it's getting kind of cold outside. I have like 2 hours to edit this video before it has to go live on YouTube. So therefore, I'm gonna sign off. If you guys have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you follow the Chasing Checkers account on Instagram if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys' feedback on that account, because I'm literally trying to please you guys and please myself at the same time. So I really appreciate any feedback that you guys do have for me, and that's where you're going to be getting all of the latest updates on the brand. Wow, I'm talking a lot. Make sure you click all the internet things below that YouTubers tell you to do. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!